This 20-second short pulled almost 80 million views and made me over $8,000 from a single upload that took me around 45 minutes to make. And that's just one of almost 1,000 videos I've posted on YouTube. Altogether, those shorts have generated almost 2 billion views in total. All that without ever showing my face. So in this video, I'm gonna show you step by step how you can copy my approach and make viral commentary YouTube shorts that can start earning money for you in the next few days. And you don't need crazy editing skills or expensive gear. I will show you how to do everything by just using free tools. And if you watch this video until the end, I promise you, you will know how to create viral YouTube shorts. So yeah, let's start talking about what this business model actually is, because it is ridiculously simple. There are creators out there like FitFix or Dylan Anderson who have made hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions. I bet these guys have definitely made millions, just by taking videos from Instagram, TikTok, or even YouTube itself and transforming it. And the formula they apply is really easy. The first step is to find a video that already went viral on another platform. After that, they just add their own commentary, voiceover, captions and some background music. And after you've done that, you basically optimize it for YouTube Shorts, where it has the potential to gain millions of views again. That's it, and I know anybody can do it. And it works because you are using content that has already proven demand. I mean, if a video already has millions of views on TikTok, why shouldn't it get millions of views on YouTube again? Now, before we go into the step-by-step process, I want you to remember that it's not about stealing the content, it's actually about transforming it and optimizing it for the YouTube Shorts algorithm so it can blow up again. That's all we do. And yeah, the first step is that we need to find proof of concept. That just means that we have to search for a channel on YouTube that is already applying a certain pattern, a certain formula, and we try to copy this formula. And finding a channel like this and a formula like that is pretty easy, because you can either open an incognito tab or create a new, fresh YouTube account. What you do then is you go to the YouTube Shorts section of YouTube and just start scrolling until you find a faceless YouTube Shorts video. If you found one, watch the whole video until the end, like it, leave a comment and share it so that you can tell the YouTube algorithm to recommend you more videos like these. And every time you find an interesting video, you just click on the channel and check how their recent uploads are performing. If they've only had 1 or 2 lucky viral videos and the rest is basically dead, like around 10 or 20k views, you just forget about it and move on to the next channel until you've found one where every short he uploads, or almost every short, gets at least hundreds of thousands of views. That's the proof of concept channel we're looking for that's actually worth studying. The goal is to find channels that pull millions of views again and again, because if it's working repeatedly for them, chances are good it's also gonna work for you. So yeah, pick 1 or 2 of these channels and study them really carefully. While watching their videos, you should ask yourselves questions like, what happens in the first few seconds? Why do people stop scrolling? What emotion is triggered at the beginning of the video? What music or sound effects do they use to reinforce the mood of the video, the vibe? And do they use any arrows, circles, zoom in, zoom out? And if they do use these kind of things, when do they apply it? Like in what parts of the video? These details matter more than you think, because every viral short uses some hidden pattern that works over and over again. Yeah, you should spend at least 15 to 20 minutes doing that every single day, analyzing other channels. Because if you do that, you actually train your eye for that, to spot new viral niches, new viral channels, and that helps you as a YouTuber to also be successful. The next step is to differentiate between 2 different types of videos in the commentary niche. Because after uploading hundreds of shorts myself, I can tell you that that's one of the most important things you have to do before editing a short and uploading it to YouTube. Once you recognize these 2 different kinds of shorts, you can adjust your editing, your script writing, even the pacing of the video much better and be more successful with your videos. So the first type are the emotion-driven clips. They are usually about 12 to 15 seconds long, and these are the type of shorts that trigger an instant emotion once you got them on your shorts feed. They usually don't tell a full story like the second type of shorts I will introduce to you in a second, but the viewer watches the video, he feels something, and in an ideal case he replays the video just to feel that emotion again. So yeah, for these kind of videos, there is not really a story that builds up. It's just a single clip that triggers an emotion. An example would be this video.
When this girl went on a doorless helicopter ride, she got really scared the moment she looked down at her legs. Because every time she stuck one leg out of the chopper, it started flapping like crazy, making her feel really uncomfortable and wonder if she should start hitting the gym more often.
And the commentary in this case would be basically just explaining what's happening in the video. And the second type, as you can probably already guess, are the storytelling videos. These types have a clear beginning, middle and ending. Something like this.
If you can't fit through these poles, you're not allowed to hike this path. It's called the Spooky Gulch, a canyon in Utah that can get extremely tight, around 10 inches wide. And although some people complain saying these poles aren't necessary, it may be true in the beginning. But towards the middle, you'll find out exactly why these poles are necessary. Because if you ignore them, this can happen.
It does.
You want people to watch the video until the result is revealed. If you are a little creative, you can even invent a story that keeps people watching until the very end of the video. The story doesn't have to be 100% real, it just has to feel engaging and believable enough for the viewer to watch until that point. So you should guide the viewer through the clip and then pay it off in the final few seconds with an emotional or unexpected reveal. Just to repeat that again, if you have an emotion-driven clip, you hook the viewer through what they see, through the visuals. But if you have a storytelling clip, you hook the viewer from what they hear and you build tension until, in the end, the outcome is revealed. Alright, step 3 is to write the commentary or the voiceover. And here is a simple formula I follow every single time. I start with the hook that's like at least 3 seconds long that hopefully makes the viewer stop scrolling to actually watch the video. Next, I just explain what's happening or what the viewer can expect from the video. And yeah, in the end, you just reveal the outcome of the clip in case of a storytelling video, or in an emotion-driven clip, you just enter the video with a simple sentence. That's everything. That's the perfect structure, but there is one mistake I see many people making when it comes to YouTube Shorts. And that is that they drag the video out after the video basically already ended. Once you've revealed the outcome of the video, you have to end it immediately. Don't add an outro or fade out slowly. Don't over-explain what just happened, just end the video. Because a quick ending keeps the viewer watching until the very last frame. And that's what we want. In an ideal case, maybe even watch the first few seconds of the video again. This really makes the difference between a short that gets only a couple thousand views or a couple millions of views. So remember, reveal the outcome, then end the video immediately. And just in general, you should keep the sentences really short and simple so that the viewer feels entertained and not bored by your commentary. Once the text is ready, I often go to ChatGPT and ask it to polish it a little, like the tone and the vocabulary, because sometimes I'm just missing a few words and I ask it to smooth it out. That can also help if English is not your first language, like in my case. After you've got that, go to 11 Labs, turn it into a voiceover and put it into your editing software. Alright, the next step, step 4, is editing for retention, which is also really important. And don't worry, you don't need Premiere Pro or After Effects to edit your videos. CapCut or DaVinci Resolve are more than enough. So after you've dragged your clip and the voiceover into your editing software, the very first frame must show action. It must show something really exciting so the viewer doesn't swipe the video away. The viewer should think something like, what the fuck is going on here? So that he is really surprised and really excited to actually see what the video is about and what's about to happen. The second thing you should pay attention to when editing your video is to always add like zoom ins and zoom outs every few seconds, because that also helps a lot with retention. Of course, background music is also really important. You can just choose some trending song you came across on TikTok or Instagram. It just has to fit the vibe of the video. But you should really watch out not to make it too loud so it like overpowers the voiceover in your video. You should also add some sound effects, especially at the beginning of your video, because that can really help with the swipe rate. A simple shutter click or like a swoosh effect is already enough, because every percentage matters when it comes to the swipe rate. Because yeah, there's a big difference if it's only 75% or 80%. That can also be the difference between a short that disappears in the algorithm and one that gets to millions of people. Then there's only one thing missing, and these are the captions. You can easily do that in any editing software, because I think by now they all have the auto transcription option, which you can use. Yeah, here I can only add to use a bold and easily readable font. So at no time there should be more than 2 or 3 words in your video, because it could look a little bit confusing for the viewer. And if your voiceover is longer than your video, I've got a few tips I also apply personally on my channel. For example, you could just make a cut in the video, copy the clip and reverse the speed of the clip, so it looks like there's there's a smooth transition, and that can also help you to add a few seconds in your video if your video is not long enough. Because you should always be aiming for at least 12 seconds, because everything under 12 seconds is, in my experience, almost impossible to go viral. Alright, step 5 and almost the last step is to upload your video and optimize it. Yeah, you should not waste too much time on choosing a title. Just come up with something interesting, and what I always do is I add hashtag shorts at the end of the title. And in my experience, it just helped to get in the algorithm faster than without the hashtag shorts. But that could just be something I made up. I don't know, but you can try to. Yeah, in the description, I will just add 1 or 2 sentences of what the video is about, then add like the original creator of the video, give him some props, credits, because in the end we are using his or her work to get views. And yeah, you can also add like 3 to 5 hashtags, for example, hashtag shorts, hashtag viral. I always use that. And then like 2 hashtags that are related to the topic of your video. Post at least once a day and maybe even twice, but in the beginning I think you should only post once a day, but that for like 30 days in a row. Don't overthink it. In my experience, quantity is the most important thing, especially in the beginning. If you've got a lot of videos, you have a lot of data, and that can help you to have a better understanding of what actually goes viral on YouTube Shorts. And the last step, step 6, is understanding the analytics. Let's assume you just uploaded your video and are now glued to your YouTube Studio app, refreshing your channel page all the time. I did that a lot when I started out on YouTube and wasted like hundreds of hours, I think. In the end, it helped me to get a better understanding, but most of it was really just wasting time. You should properly analyze your swipe rate and aim for around 80%. 80% is always a good number in this metric. If it's below 80%, it could be difficult to go viral, and you should probably reanalyze your video. Like, did I choose the right hook, or is the video in general maybe not good enough, or maybe not getting to the right audience? There you can just try to change your first line, or in general the topic of your videos. And if you see an improvement, you just upload more of these type of videos. It's that simple. Yeah, another really important metric, of course, is the average view duration. And yeah, I've created a table here, or maybe on the other side, of what I think you should aim for to get a viral video. Of course, these numbers are only a guess, but based on my experience, I got many viral videos with these numbers. So yeah, it seems to work. And if your metrics are around these numbers, you have a guaranteed viral video. And once you hit 10 million engaged views, which can only be one video, you have monetized your channel and you can start printing money. So yeah, let's quickly recap. Find proof of concept, copy what's already working, choose between emotion or story style clips, write an engaging script and use a clearly understandable AI voice, edit for retention, and by that I mean fast cuts, clean captions, fast pacing, sound effects at the beginning. Last but not least, upload daily and analyze your results. If you repeat that cycle every day for the next 30 days, you can start earning your first few $100s or maybe even thousands. If you have any questions, you can join my free Discord, first link in the description. Yeah, I hope the video helped you, and I will see you in the next one.